Jasmine, thank you for joining us. It does seem like energy prices are rising, the cost of living is increasingly going up. Is this a big worry for homes and families as we enter the winter?
It is a worry for families, and as ever, it is particularly the most vulnerable who are being hardest hit because it's, as you mentioned, it's energy, heating your home, and it's petrol in particular, and to some extent, it's food as well. So you're talking the basics. If you have a car and you need to use your car, you will already be seeing your costs going up. So for the most vulnerable, and that is in particular, I would say, single parent families, it is in some cases a question of whether to heat and eat.
And and what can be done about this? I mean, there's been discussions and conversations about climate change and whether or not we need to be insulating the country and things like that. I mean, what can the government do if there is anything that can be done in order to make sure that people don't have to make that horrible decision between eating and heating?
Yes, quite. It is a difficult thing for the government, I will admit that. With the issue of climate change, of course, many people and a lot of energy companies say that one of the reasons that their prices have had to go up was because of the climate change elements that they've had to introduce. Their governments, various governments have said, you've got to do X, Y, Z, make your energy greener. And that has increased their costs, which they've given on to us. Nice of them. But then, of course, energy, certainly gas prices are quite cyclical. I mean, as last summer, you couldn't give gas away. It was so cheap. Nobody was using it. Now we have some problems with supply chain problems and, various issues. For example, things were made a little bit worse just recently by Germany blocking the gas pipeline from Russia. Everybody thought that we might actually get more gas coming there and that would bring prices down. So there are issues, if you like, at a top level that potentially our government could do something about on the global scale, but some of it, of course, is out of their hands. Otherwise, I think that probably we need to have some extra money given to the most vulnerable over the winter, because of course, we have this perfect storm of prices going up, but the cold weather setting in, and certainly today we've seen the cold weather definitely set in. So just as there is a cold weather payment for the elderly, we could do, I think, with more extra payments, possibly on a local level from local councils, more regular and larger amounts given in emergency situations to more vulnerable families.